तू नहीं मेरे करेगा बने तू नहीं बने करेगा रात में तो आलू को झूठ बोला तूने हाँ हेलो हेलो हेलो
Hello, can you hear me?
यस
Harsh? Hi,
यस
how are you, Harsh?
आई एम गुड मैम हाउ आर यू
I'm all right. Nice to meet you. Can you see me, Harsh? Am I visible?
यस मैम यू आर विजिबल टू मी
Okay, fine. Fair enough. So,
यस मैम
this is a fun session together, I believe, right,
यस
Harsh?
यस यस मैम दिस इज आवर फर्स्ट
Would
सेशन
you, yes, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
यस मैम आई एम
Go ahead,
हर्ष
please.
I hail from Delhi, and I completed last year. I completed my graduation from University of Delhi in political science course, and currently I am pursuing my master's degree from IGNOU.
Okay, masters from IGNU. Great.
Yes, ma'am.
So, new year, new beginnings. What plans for this new year?
Uh, there's one more thing.
Any resolution?
Yeah, there's one more thing I'm simultaneously doing while pursuing my master's degree. This is preparing for different competitive government
Oh,
exams.
nice.
So this year I have a plan to get qualified in one of the exam, so I could get a job by the end of this year.
Okay, that is great, lovely. So all the best with that, Harsh.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
what
ma'am.
brings you here, Harsh? What
Uh,
brings you here?
Ma'am, I always wanted to be fluent in English language, but there's no environment in my area or my house, so that's why I needed some platform or some people with whom I can converse in English.
All right,
So
great. So
yes,
this
ma'am.
is your seventh session with Clapping Go. So how is it so far?
Yes, ma'am. It's going pretty good, and I have had various sessions. Mostly my sessions were with female tutors. I chose them for a reason because some before joining this session, I had I feel nervous. I used to feel nervous
Yeah.
just talking with a female tutor, even in my mother tongue Hindi. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I chose female tutor mostly.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's pretty all right. That's good because this platform you have a lot of ladies here. I think more ladies than gents, so you can talk to them and get over your fear or whatever, right?
Exactly, ma'am.
So, anyways, Harsh,
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am. Uh,
go on, go on.
your name is Akhila J. So J,
Yes.
does J stands for Jan? Akhila Jan, is it?
No, 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 no. My name is Akhila Jyotish Kumar. Yeah.
Akhila Jyotish Kumar. Okay.
Yeah, this is
You are from,
shortened it
yeah,
to J.
you are from Kerala, right?
Yes, I am from Kerala.
Where we have
Have you?
from, no, I have never been to Kerala, but I have, heard this that the most literate population in India is in this state, Kerala.
Yes, yes, that's true. We have 100% literacy. I think now it is 99.8 or something, but yeah, about a couple of years ago it was 100%. So it's pretty nice. The quality of education is quite high.
But ma'am, sometimes I feel not good. Like, despite being one of the best performing state in terms of education and
Mhm.
literacy, just we get to heard of incidents like domestic violence against women in Kerala, uh,
That is true.
something foolishness, incidents of foolishness. I mean, yeah, some
That
years back
shows that's
there was this
when that's what. Yeah, go on, go on.
incident where some Keralite people had planted a bomb inside a elephant,
Elephant,
and
yeah.
so
So
that
I
was
think
quite
it
horrible.
doesn't really. It's not about Malayalis or Kerala people. It's just the human nature. So education doesn't really make you a better person. At the end of the day, that's what I constantly learn. Being a Keralite that I am, it's nothing. It's just yeah, it makes you literate. That's it. You get a good job. That's it. Does it inbuild common sense in you? No. And bad people are everywhere. Same in Kerala. Although everything is better and Kerala is doing far better than any other states, we do have
Yes, ma'am.
problems of dowry. a lot of ladies, killing themselves because of dowry issues, an obsession with gold. So that's that. Yeah, it's just human people nature. That's it. Mm.
Okay, so we can assume that exceptions are always there everywhere.
Yeah. People are bad.
So,
Humans are bad. That's what my idea of
okay,
thinking
okay,
is.
yeah.
Anyways,
Uh,
Harsh. Hmm.
Ma'am, so
Today's
how is the temperature? How's the temperature there in your
it's
state?
28 degrees Celsius right now. 28.
So there's not much cold there.
It is very warm. Actually, it's 28, but it's still so warm in here. Yeah. Yes, quite
Yes,
warm.
ma'am.
This place is very, tropical climate, very warm, always warm, right?
Yeah, there's
So,
wide temperature variation peninsular India than in North India. Since Delhi is in North India, so
mm,
here we find
um,
a wide temperature variation. But in peninsular
mm,
India, there is not much wide temperature variation. There we do not get to find extremes of temperatures.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. We do have some extremity in temperature when it comes to mountainous areas in Kerala where it gets really cold, like into minus degrees as well in the hilly areas. But in the normal terrain, like a flat terrain, it's very warm. And I live next to the beach, so it's very warm in here.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Yes.
So yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. So today's topic is unexpected situations. Would you like to talk about that? Did you
Uh,
check it out, the session material?
yes, ma'am. I went through the session document before the topic is unexpected situation.
Yes. It's
Uh,
about a bank manager, and imagine you are a bank manager, and a bunch of robbers are coming in to rob your bank, and they're armed with
yes, ma'am.
weapons. What would you do in that situation, Harsh?
Uh, if suppose I'm in that situation, and then my first response would be as a bank manager to be calm and to be calm and have maintained the composure and my senses, because if I get
Hmm.
frustrated or I have lost my senses there, then my employees will not feel good, because the
That is
leader
so true.
yeah, so the leader there's a saying that leader lead from front, so leader has to show that quality before their employees, so that they can I mean they can what the employees expect from their leader. So
Mhm.
uh, uh, and I will try to negotiate with the robbers,
Mhm.
like why do they obviously come to rob the bank, but I will try to communicate with them what's their purpose, who sent them, and obviously they need money but
Yeah.
I will be trying to get them uh, I mean what should I say.
We'll try to talk to them, negotiate with them, and try and
Yes, ma'am.
get to put them away from their target. Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what if? So you know that they are armed. Yeah, they have weapons with them. So you trying to negotiate, isn't it actually jeopardizing your own life and your own putting yourself at the risk?
If I'm at such a top position in the bank, it
Mm,
will be my responsibility to handle them. I
mm,
cannot expect from some my employees or my subordinate to deal with them. So no, no, you deal with them.
mm,
I am the
mm.
top man. I am the top at the top position there. So it's it automatically becomes my responsibility to deal with them. And I
But
will
do you
try to.
have to? That's the question. Do you have to? Do you have to negotiate? Do you have to put your life at risk? That's the question.
Uh, Ma'am, I am. Uh, I am
Is
a.
your is the money more valuable than your own life?
See, ma'am, see. This money in the bank, the money in the bank is of public, and we work for the public interest. And if it, if it is, if the situation comes where your life is at a risk and versus the public interest, then I will definitely be putting my life into the risk for the public interest. So there will
Right.
be, so for
But they have
example, for
insurance. Bank has insurance for the money.
uh,
But your
ma'am,
life has
yeah,
no insurance.
ma'am, no, I
Well,
haven't heard
obviously
about
you
this.
have insurance, but
I haven't
still.
heard about this insurance.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Insurance, don't you know the term insurance? The insurance, yeah.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
bank,
Insurance
the
I know.
money is insured in the bank, right?
Ma'am, money is
It
insured
is
in the bank.
insured.
I didn't knew it earlier. I mean,
Mm. I
no, I
didn't
didn't knew
know
it.
it earlier. Mm.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't
Uh,
know about it. Yeah.
I I didn't know about it, ma'am. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Actually, ma'am, if I have to, if to be honest, uh, I haven't been to any such situation of, I
Yeah.
mean, unexpected situation ever in my life. So I do not
Mm-hmm.
have that experience, so that I could handle it. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
life is all about unexpected challenges you face,
That's
and you have to
true.
always find solutions to them.
That is so true, isn't it? So sometimes we can see that certain employees putting their life at risk for the organization's sake. For example, I think about a couple of months ago, same scenario happened in some bank in some part of northern India, and the guy was shot to death. He was shot. He was trying to
Yes.
defend the money. He was trying to fight. Actually, he was being a little stupid. He was trying to fight with people who had guns with them, and they actually didn't shoot at him, but somehow he got shot and he died. So yeah.
Uh, yeah, that was some kind of. I mean, ma'am, there's a fine line between your bravery and foolishness. So
Ah, so true, so true,
you always need to keep that in mind while are you dealing with such situations.
so
Your
true.
if you believe that I will do this action, I mean, I will be fighting against these armed persons, and that will be foolishness because you know that
Mhm.
you will be get shot.
You will be shot.
Yeah, you will be shot by them, or and if you consider this a bravery, no, this is not a bravery, this is complete foolishness. There
Mhm.
you need to have apply the practic you have to be practical person and
Mhm.
try to uh, try to negotiate
Be
with
the better
basically negotiate
person.
with them. Yeah, be the better
Yeah.
person, negotiate with them. So
All right. Okay.
uh, yes, ma'am.
You'll try and
uh,
negotiate and you'll try and save the money. Right. So,
yes, ma'am.
okay, what if you ended up giving them the key? Okay, you ended up somehow you failed at it and you ended up giving the key. They are taking the
Okay.
money away. So, what all thoughts will be going on into your mind? Yeah, I mean, through your mind. Like, will you think about about your job security? Do you think they will fire you? Will you be thinking about that? Will you be bothered about that? Losing your job?
uh, if that happens, uh, yeah, I will thinking of. I mean, I will thinking like, yeah, my job will be in danger. But suppose they have taken they run away with the money. My first action
Mm-hmm.
would be to call the police ASAP,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to inform the authorities so that they can get them, uh, get the robbers and as early as possible and
Mm-hmm.
save the public money. uh
Okay.
yeah, yes, ma'am. In that situation sometimes it happens if you face this situation in reality, then
Mm-hmm.
your senses got you become
Yeah,
out of my I mean out of your senses, you become frustrated
that's true.
I mean, we can talk like, yeah, I will be remain calm and composure, but when you see a person with armed, when you see
Yeah.
some band of armed persons, then you become, I mean, frustrated and curious and anxious. I mean, they
You
can,
will, yeah, you will be like literally you'll be frozen. Sometimes you will act stupid, not because you're not brave, but it's just because you don't know what to do and you'll just act out of emotion, stupid. Yeah.
exactly, ma'am.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
you?
Because
Mhm. Mhm.
yes,
Go
ma'am.
on, go on. Mhm.
Uh,
Because.
because you have never been into such situations, so you don't have that experience of how to handle such situation, and in that situations comes, then you get frozen, you get out of your senses, and things got spoiled at that moment.
Yes, yeah, they get spoiled. That's true. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So imagine they took the money away. Yeah. And then to avoid such an incident from happening again, what kind of
Yes, ma'am.
security reinforcements are you going to make in your bank?
uh, I will try to uh, I will try to uh, talk to security agencies to to strengthen my security system, installing the CCTVs, and and basically, uh, you know, basically enhancing the security and I mean, ma'am, I don't have an answer right now, but
So
yeah,
you
I
will
feel
try
some.
and you'll try and install CCTV cameras, or you'll try and install these screening. What is it? Screening doors where you can detect metal detector screening doors.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you
Yes, ma'am.
can try and try and have shadow police or someone like that, not
Yes,
really
ma'am.
dressed in a security uniform, guarding and all different kinds of, installing
Yes,
an
ma'am.
emergency button where you can alert the police right away when something like that happens. Yeah,
Ma'am, no,
that could
ma'am. Uh, ma'am, even emergency button is always there in the banks to
hmm
avoid to aware the aware the securities, aware the enforcement agencies. But
yeah,
if you try to press that button, then the shout comes and the robbers get to know about this and they will shoot one of you
everyone.
definitely.
So it
So,
should be in a way that the button is actually maybe already, like, carried by the bank manager in his wrist or something,
ma'am,
somewhere, a ring or something like that.
ma'am, one thing we can do, since we are seeing that technology is developing at a very good pace nowadays, and we can put in place such systems or such technologies in the banks where things get automatically, uh, I mean, things get automatically do the required thing at the required
Yeah,
time. You know,
automatically it's
yeah,
done.
like
Things
we
get
see
done
like
automatically.
we
Yeah.
see the things coming on Internet of Things. So we can
Yeah.
use these things in the banks also
That is
to avoid
true,
these
isn't it?
situations.
That
Yes,
is
ma'am. Like
true.
if some robbers come or some strange person comes with some malicious intentions, so then our sensors get automatically uh,
Triggered.
alert triggered and alert, and they inform the agencies there only.
Right.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is true. Yeah, that could be. Eventually, all that will be implemented in the banks, I think. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
that is indeed. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So, have you ever witnessed a robbery in your neighborhood, maybe in a house or somewhere nearby? You have a robbery like that.
No, ma'am. Actually, I live in that area where in the past, I would say 10 to 12 years, I haven't seen any robbery. Yeah.
That's
So yeah,
nice.
yes, ma'am. It's quite a safe area. You can, yeah,
That is
you
great.
can come at even midnights also, walking through the roads, and nothing happens here much. Of much. Crime is not here. That prevalent much.
Mhm. Okay, that is nice. So, have you ever heard about any kind of a robbery happening, like somewhere nearby your area?
No,
Is
ma'am.
it
No,
common?
ma'am.
No, nothing like
No,
that.
ma'am. No, definitely, ma'am. No, I haven't heard
Okay.
about it.
That is
Uh,
interesting, right? So
yes,
here in
ma'am.
our area, like we do have some robbery happening. Ever since the
Yes, ma'am.
pandemic, we've been having some robbers coming from other
Yes, ma'am.
parts of India to Kerala as well. And yeah, the poverty is forcing people to commit more and more crimes, and the crime
Yes,
rates have been increasing in India. Yeah. And people are forced to rob, people are forced to steal because, of course, obviously, lack of money and
yes,
expenses
ma'am.
are going higher.
Uh,
Hmm
yes, ma'am. No, people out of their own choice, they do not. Uh, uh, they rob someone's
They do
house
not
or
rob.
rob banks.
hmm
It
hmm
the situation, the circumstances compels them to do such. Antisocial things.
Well, some people
So,
are really professional robbers. That's that. And then there are
uh,
most people who are forced to do it.
yeah, exactly. You know, if there is a professional robber, then if government tries then if government tries to make him understand that you are a professional robber, you have that talent, we can leverage your talent, and
Yeah,
you
right.
if for our for the benefit of our country. So
Yeah, right.
that becomes a good robbery, you know.
That's true,
So
isn't it? Yeah.
yes, ma'am. And
Some people are like that. Yeah.
if that happens, then that person becomes not a liability, but become an important asset for our country.
Yeah, that is actually true. Yeah. So, what do you
Yes,
think
ma'am.
about crime rates in India? What kind of crimes are quite common in India and popular and all that?
uh ma'am, the domestic violence against women is, I mean, the most, I mean, I would say, the prevalent crime in India. It's the
That
most
is
common
true.
crime I see. I mean, I read in newspapers,
That
in
is
TV news,
so
media, social media. Domestic violence is the something which we needs to tackle,
yeah.
and for that we need to deal with the patriarchal mindset of in our society.
Yeah, that is true, isn't it?
I
I
mean,
think
a
it's not
woman.
just domestic violence. I think it's just violence towards women. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
not about domestic. It's just even on the road. Yeah, just on the road if you're walking and people getting raped, ladies getting raped and abused and molested. Yeah, it's
yes,
not
ma'am.
safe. No matter how much we say that this place is safe and all that, it's I would never be, happy to just go out in the night and walk outside. I think it's not even safe for men as well, and it's even more unsafe for ladies. Yeah,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is true.
In Delhi, if you talk about women's safety, then it's a big joke. I mean,
Hmm.
10 year back, there was this Nirbhaya case that shocked the
Oh my
conscience of this our country.
God.
That was so
That
terrible
really
incident.
ruined the name of our country as well. People are scared to come to India just because they think that, okay, it's very unsafe for ladies. Always, I
Yes,
take
ma'am.
sessions for foreigners, I take sessions mainly for Japanese people. And every time a new person, they ask me, oh, is it safe? I've heard that it's unsafe for ladies. I don't think it's as unsafe, but it's just that you have to be extra careful. You have to
Yes,
be
ma'am.
extra cautious and careful, yeah?
But ma'am, if we are living in a democratic country, so I mean, women are consciously getting more cautious. I mean, they are making that effort to be more cautious. Then that's not good. That hampers their development and
That's
eventually
not good at all, yeah.
development of our country. I mean,
That's so true.
some government reports suggest that women needs to participate in the development process of our country. If we needs to be a world leader, if India needs to be a world leader in next,
Yeah.
in next 1 or 2 decades, so women has to come to the at the forefront. Now women is, I mean, coming, I mean, women is getting into, I mean, recently government has announced that women
Women
will be
are.
introduced in armed
Women
forces.
are getting into it. Hmm.
Women will be, I mean, women will be given the access entry into the armed forces. So that's a quite, I
Yes.
mean, laudable decision of the government. Women are, I
Yeah.
believe, more efficient, effective people than their male counterparts.
That is true. I
And
think so as well. Not because, maybe not because physically, but women are used to doing a lot of multitasking.
yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
multitasking is something which is very, I think that kind of a dominancy we have over multitasking compared to gents. They
Exactly.
can't really concentrate on many things at one time. If you take a example of our mothers, yeah, multitasking is their deal. They've been doing it for decades.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a feminist, but I
Oh,
believe
you're
that
not a
women.
feminist. Oh no, that is not good. You
No,
should
no,
be a
no.
feminist.
I'm not a. I mean, that extreme feminist. I
Okay.
have a I have a positive outlook towards women. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I support women. I support their participation in, I mean, employment and development process of our country. And I do not have that
Yeah.
parallel attitude.
Uh-huh.
Though in my house, in my neighborhood, it is prevalent, but I'm not
Okay.
that kind of a person.
Uh-huh. All right. Yes, that's
Yes, ma'am.
interesting. Well, I wish that more and more people would be like you and me. Like, it's not about ladies or just ladies empowerment and all that. It's just equally men are
Yes,
also important. And when we talk about ladies abuse, women abuse, and abuse against wife and children and all that, it same applies to men as well. There are
yes,
men who are getting abused by women, getting beaten up by women, getting mentally abused by women. So I think it's equally important. And it's so sad that if someone in Kerala, we have a women's police, okay, court we have, women's
Yes,
police
ma'am.
court, where
Yes, ma'am.
if a lady is calling up someone and saying that, okay, I'm being abused, they will come and arrest your husband and take him away. But they're not even going to
Yes,
ask
ma'am.
what's
Yes, ma'am.
happening, what's the real ordeal. Yeah, that is the ordeal.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the thing,
Uh,
right? Yes,
yes,
right.
ma'am. Ma'am,
Mhm.
we have about to end. Our
3
session is about
minutes.
to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a feedback, what I would like to give you is, Harsh, I think you do have good hold on your language, but I felt like it's a little hard for you to keep an eye contact. Yeah. So if you are having a hard time having an eye contact with the person you're talking, if you're feeling a little awkward, you can look in between the eyes, or you can look in between the eyebrows. So it
Okay.
seems
Okay.
like, so I would feel like you're looking at me, but you're not really
Okay.
looking at me. So you can have the confidence of not really looking into their eyes. Yeah. So it's a good
Yes, ma'am.
ordeal. So I think it's
Yes, ma'am.
very important for a good conversation that both the parties have that eye contact. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Another thing that I would like to point out is, I think sometimes you're breaking the sentences while talking. Some kind of a continuity of speech is lacking. Although you're using good words and good sentence formation, that continuity of speech is lacking. If you want, you can slow down a little bit in order
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be a bit more clear, if you would like to. Doesn't matter, but if you try and do it, and if it's working out for you, if you feel like, okay, you're comfortable being comfortable talking a little slower, it would be nice. Another one is,
Yes,
here
ma'am.
and there, some small grammar mistakes, like really minuscule, minute, nothing big deal. But what I would like you to work on is the continuity of speech immediately. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
What you can
Okay,
do
ma'am.
is record your own videos on your phone, record them, you watch your own videos, and you see if you're doing good, and then you practice likewise.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the feedback, ma'am. This continuity thing is even told. My early tutor also taught me. I mean, also pointed out my this thing, this continuity of
Mhm. Speech.
sentences. You
Yeah.
need to work
So
on this.
yeah. So you can slow it down a little bit and take a pause after every sentence. So it wouldn't be
Yes.
like you're just going on and on like a train. Yeah. Every
Yes, ma'am.
after every sentence, you can take a small pause. So it'll be a bit relaxing for you as well. And then you can have a little bit of a fraction of a second to think and then move on like that. That'll make you sound clearer. But the content is good. Whatever questions I asked you, you gave me really good answers. And that is great. You have good communication skills. Just these
Thank you.
small bits need some work. That's all. Right.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
That is
Um,
my feedback.
it was nice talking to you. Thank you
It
for the
was
feedback.
lovely. It was lovely talking to you as well. Harsh, I think our session's also about to end. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the evening. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.